Trust is a fragile thing, especially between parents and their adult children. It doesn't break all at once. It usually breaks in small, quiet moments with small, quiet words. Today, I want to share the story of a mother and son whose entire relationship shifted because of just 3 words. Words she didn't think twice about. Words she had heard her own parents say. Words she thought were harmless. But to her son, those words changed how safe he felt with her. And I promise you, once you hear this story, you'll understand why some simple phrases can quietly erode trust and how to rebuild it before it's too late. I'm Solan, and for over 2 decades, I've helped parents in their 60s, 70s, and 80s rebuild closeness with their grown children, sometimes after years of distance. I've sat across from mothers who didn't know what went wrong, and fathers who wished they could turn back the clock. And I've learned something important. Trust in a family isn't built by big gestures. It's built by daily words, and sometimes repaired by them too. Her name was Helen. She was 72 when she came to me, warm, articulate, the kind of woman who still sent handwritten cards to everyone in the family. Her son, Daniel, was 44, a good man, hardworking, quiet in an introspective way. They talked often, but Helen said something was missing. She said, "He tells me things, but not the real things. He tells me about work, the kids, the weather, but not about what's weighing on his heart. Not like he used to." She didn't know why. There had been no major fight, no broken trust she could name. "Something shifted," she whispered, "and I don't know when or why." So we went backwards, not through years, but through words. And after several sessions, a pattern emerged, one Helen had never noticed, but Daniel felt deeply. The turning point came when Daniel was 26. He had been going through a difficult time, a breakup, trouble sleeping, financial stress. He had finally opened up to his mother after weeks of holding it in. He sat at her kitchen table, anxious and vulnerable, and said, "Mom, I don't know what to do. Everything feels like it's falling apart." And without realizing the weight of what she was about to say, Helen responded with the first trust-breaking phrase. 1. You'll be fine. She meant it lovingly. She meant it as reassurance. She meant it as comfort. But to Daniel, it felt like dismissal, like she was brushing away the storm inside him. He didn't say anything then, but a seed was planted. Maybe she doesn't understand me anymore. Months later, during another hard season, he tried again. He told her he felt like he wasn't good enough. At work, as a husband, as a father. He poured out his fears quietly, cautiously. She took a deep breath, trying to protect him from negativity, and said the second phrase, "Don't worry." To her, it was kindness. To him, it was a shut door. He thought, if I'm not supposed to worry, why do I feel so alone? Then came the moment that changed everything. Daniel, at 30, shared something deeply personal, a failure he had been ashamed of. He needed safety. He needed presence. He needed her to hold his feelings with care. But Helen, overwhelmed and trying to help in the only way she knew, answered with the third and most trust-breaking phrase. 3. It's nothing. 3 words, softly spoken, barely noticeable. But to Daniel, it meant his feelings were not valid, his pain was not real, his vulnerability was not welcome. He told me later, I stopped telling her things after that. Not because I was angry, but because I realized I couldn't go to her with the heavy stuff. Helen's eyes filled with tears when she heard this. She said, "I was trying to comfort him. I thought telling him everything was okay would help." And she meant it. But trust isn't built by minimizing pain. It's built by holding it. A parent wants to protect their adult child from pain. Instead of validating emotions, they try to fix or soften the moment with quick reassurance. Desire. Both parent and child want safety. The child wants to be heard. The parent wants to help. Conflict. Reassurance becomes dismissal. Soothing phrases become shut doors. And trust begins to thin out silently. Change. Change begins the moment the parent replaces minimizing words with validating words. Instead of "you'll be fine," try "that sounds really hard, I'm here." Instead of "don't worry," try "tell me more about what's worrying you." Instead of "it's nothing," try "your feelings matter to me. Thank you for trusting me with them." Result: trust returns. Slowly, gently, one honest moment at a time. 1. Adult children need emotional validation. Research from the University of Nevada shows that adults who feel emotionally validated by their parents experience closer relationships, lower anxiety, higher trust. Validation doesn't mean agreement, it means acknowledgement. 2. Reassurance isn't comfort. According to studies in the Journal of Family Psychology, quick reassurance can actually increase stress because it signals to the listener that their feelings are unwelcome. 3. The brain treats dismissal as threat. Neuroscience research shows that when a person feels dismissed, the amygdala, the fear center, activates. This creates distance, not closeness. 4. Trust is built through presence, not solutions. Adult children rarely want parents to solve their problems. They want parents to make space for their feelings. And the good news is, older parents often become the safest place for the younger generation once they shift from fixing to listening. Here is how you can repair trust with your adult child, starting today. 1. Replace quick reassurance with empathy. Say, "I'm so glad you told me. That sounds heavy. I'm here with you. You're not alone in this." 2. Ask open, gentle questions. What part of this feels hardest? What do you need right now? Do you want my opinion or just my support? This shows respect. 3. Stop minimizing, even when well-intended. Avoid phrases like, "It could be worse," "at least," "you shouldn't feel that way." Replace with, "I can hear how much this matters. Your feelings make sense. Thank you for sharing this with me." 4. Offer emotional availability, not solutions. Sometimes the most healing words are, "I'm here," "I'm listening." 5. Apologize if you've used the 3 harmful words. You don't need a big speech. A simple, humble apology is enough. "I realized that in the past, I tried to make things easier for you. I didn't mean to dismiss your feelings, but I see now that I sometimes did. I'm learning to listen better." This can melt walls. Helen eventually called her son. She took a deep breath and said, "Daniel, I think I've said things over the years that made it hard for you to open up. I'm sorry I minimized your feelings. I never meant to. You're important to me. Your feelings are important to me. And I want to be someone you can talk to about anything." She told me that on the other end of the line, she heard her son exhale. A long, fragile, relieved exhale. "Thanks, Mom," he said. "I've wanted to hear that for a long time." And the door that had been quietly closing for years opened again.
Not all at once, but enough for trust to step back inside. So here's what I hope you remember. Your adult children don't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to fix their problems. They don't need magical answers. They need your presence, your softness, your patience, your willingness to say, "I hear you. I'm with you. You matter to me." If this message touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who may need it, and subscribe for more weekly wisdom. Your words can heal. Your listening can restore trust. And it is never too late to begin again.